So my ex has been making comments. Why are you speaking out on social media? Blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, so I refrained for a minute. And it never fails that his lying, manipulative ass now is denying my son the right to get an ACC device, which is a device that speaks for disabled children. He's been signed up at the W, which is a women's college here in Mississippi, since August. He was told by the attorneys to do this. See, he can't win custody and the divorce because even through the separation, he steadily abuses me or the child. So he keeps getting court prolonged and then telling everybody, you won't give me a divorce. I would gladly give this person all my belongings to give me back my son, because nothing has been done in his best interest. As soon as he started getting that $1,000 a month off of my son who has a disability, he got him a brand new Suburban. He can't drive him to the appropriate school that he was told to by the guardian ad litem. He puts him in on a school bus at 5 years old in a public school where only he and his mother have access because they have friends up there. And now, since the guardian ad litem and attorneys have told him to go ahead and get him this device that will help him speak, he's canceled medical appointments. I have to get on here to get anything done, because at this point in time, if I was his family, I would be so embarrassed at his behavior that you can see through it now. I had no idea that it took 3 people, the preacher, his father, and a policeman, from pulling my ex, strangling his ex-wife out in the middle of the front yard. So the whole community knows what I'm saying and why anybody, especially CPS, except for family relatives again, would allow this person with active mental papers who gets a check for being crazy to house children is beyond me, because he continues to abuse the child by trying to abuse me. Yes, by not putting him in the proper place in school. Yes, by denying me rights to his education plans, his testing. Is abusing the child by alienating the child from the parent as much as possible. Canceling medical appointments, and now denying my son a device for free that would speak for him through the pathology center at the W, just because he doesn't want me involved. This is what true abusers and narcissists do, and it is so grotesque. If I were his family, I wouldn't speak to this person ever again. I would say but I guess they obviously think that the women are crazy. Yeah, every woman he's ever been with left for abuse and left with the allegations of being crazy. And some of us were driven to addiction. Some just walked out, never looked back, and never let him have anything to do with the child. But the whole scene is so grotesque that when you involve a child with special needs and deny them, and he's come with his left pupil dilated too. A doctor here in Starkville has proven that. So he knows he can't win on merit. He knows he can't win on the things he has or has not done for the child's best interest. He surely knows he can't win trying to disprove any abuse when it goes through Oktibbeha, Lee, Chickasaw, and Monroe County. Protection orders, living at a domestic violence shelter. It's called post-separation abuse. Tries to hurt me by not giving the child what he needs or alienating the child from me. I wish I'd never met this person, and I wish that this would end quickly, and that everyone, including the people in the community, see what liars, what controlling, manipulative people that these are. And for my son's best interests. Let's not mention the doctor hopping. Let's not mention the 4 prescriptions in a year's time of thyroid medication that when we just went to the specialist about 3 weeks ago, she said there was no need for. And when we left, he texted, when I asked why the grandmother would have gone and got all these extra prescriptions, she said there was no need and we did not give consent. Boy, was he hot about that. This is insane. Oh, and let's add that anybody who knows vets and PTSD, he's wearing a self-harm bracelet. How much can people ignore before somebody gets hurt? There's one thing to lie. It's another thing to abuse. It's a whole nother thing to put someone who is mentally unstable in charge of a special needs child. So there you have it. That's the latest. He's denying my son the right to get his ACC device. He's been signed up since August just because I would be able to participate. I swear to God, I don't know how his family even walks around with their head up anymore. And yeah, I'll put it up here. And I'm fixing to do story time number 5 on the crazy shit his mama's done. Because the more they use my child to try to hurt me, the more I'm going to expose. He ought to give me my son back, sign them divorce papers, and move on with his life. Quit saying I won't give him a divorce. I've paid 4 attorneys to try to get divorce from this. 4. Lunatic.